welcome again to our weekly meeting for our Cheonbo families, Cheonbo challengers, with all our leaders, pastors, brothers and sisters. Good evening. So please write your name in our chat box for our attendance so that we can be recognized during this meeting. So good evening to all our leaders, brothers and sisters. So in a few minutes, then we are going to begin our meeting. Okay, so once again, good evening, our Cheonbo families, Cheonbo challengers, all our church leaders, our pastors, leaders, and brothers and sisters. Good evening to everyone. Hello. Ngayong gabi. Magarabiyo po. So before we begin our meeting, so let's recognize everyone once again. Let's welcome our, if maybe later they can join with us, of course, our June E1 of our Asia Pacific, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Esquitel. So thank you so much for joining with us. And also with our Vice Presidents, Reverend Dr. Julius Malikdem, thank you so much, sir. And Reverend Ronnie Sudosta, with our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, and later maybe is going to join with us our regional president, President Masaichi Uri. So to begin with our meeting, brothers and sisters, let us first offer our greetings to Heavenly Parent and True Parents by offering our half bow. Chunjin Champumunimke, Kyumbe, Paro. So we would like to request our Honorable Cheonbo, Honorable Engineer Dante Walat from America to lead us in the opening prayer. So I'd like to invite Sir Walat to please lead us in the opening prayer. Sir Walat, good morning, dyan sa Amerika. Ma'am Walat, Engineer Dante Walat, we would like to invite your presence to please lead us in the opening prayer. We can recognize the presence of our Chun of our Asia Pacific, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Kittle later. She's going maybe to join with us or maybe later. So thank you so much for joining with us. So before, we would like to invite Mrs. Walat to please lead us in the opening prayer. In behalf of our Cheonbo, Mrs. Walat or Engineer Dante Walat, we would like to invite we would like to invite our Honorable Pedrito Boy Navarro, please, to lead us in the opening prayer.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Please join me in my prayer. 사랑하시는 하늘 부모님, 준진참 부모님, 감사합니다. 사랑합니다. Good evening, our most beloved Heavenly Parent and victorious true parents. Once again, Heavenly Parent, we are here expressing our deepest gratitude to you for having this chance again to gather with our brothers and sisters, even in this platform using the this technology of internet. Really, Heavenly Parent, even in this way, we can truly feel the love and concern of everyone for each other, centering on your love, Heavenly Parent, and our true parents' love. Really, we pray and ask, Heavenly Parent, for your holy presence to guide this meeting, Heavenly Parent, and guide our heart to really prepare to receive again your beautiful and inspiring message for tonight, Heavenly Parent. We really pray, Heavenly Parent, that as we are trying to unite our true mother, may we can really strengthen, equip ourselves by your words that we can receive from our leaders for this meeting, Heavenly Parent. Really loving Heavenly Parent, we know that the goal is so big, a lot of things to do. Really, we need power from you as we cannot make it by our own selves alone, Heavenly Parent. So we pray that moment by moment, we can always connect our heart to you and to our true mother, to our true parents, so that we can always have the courage to go on, to continue, Heavenly Parent, to support, if not to lead, the providence, Heavenly Parent, especially at this point of time of the second 7-year course of our true mother, true parents, that focusing now on reunification of our fatherland, South and North Korea, Heavenly Parent, as well, the goal at least to bring 1/3 population of this world to be connected to our beloved true parents and to you, Heavenly Parent. Once again, Heavenly Parent, we are inviting you, please do guide all of us here to make this meeting beautiful and give strength and inspiration to each and every one of us. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent. This I report and pray in our couple's name, Pedrito and Kayoko Navarro, Blessed and Love family. Adieu.
Aju. Thank you so much to our Cheonbo Honorable Pedrito Boy Navarro for that very warm opening prayer as we begin our 42nd meeting of our regular Cheonbo families, Cheonbo challengers, leaders, pastors, brothers and sisters in this platform. So before we begin, let us greet each other by greeting our brothers and sisters, your loved ones, and everyone by saying you are heaven's treasure. Good evening. We miss all of you. So let's say hello, hi, good evening po. Thank you so much for joining again our meeting for this week. So I think this week is going very exciting for each and every one of us.
Good evening.
You know, we were not able to have our meeting last week. It is because we give way for the very important summit that we have all attended, very successful. And I think our leaders are going to share with us somehow with that result of that very successful World Summit just recently that was concluded. So without further ado, again, let us welcome our Chun-Iwon, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Esquito, fresh from Korea, to share with us maybe some of the very important guidance and messages directly from our beloved true parents. So let's welcome our Cheonbo Honorable Dr. Robert Esquito with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you, Jaime. Shirley sent me an email, huh? A little bit after 7 o'clock. My wife isn't here. She's in an airplane right now. I'm going to be going to the airport later tonight to meet her. Yeah, so I look forward to that. I didn't plan anything to say per se this time, but you know, the World Summit was an outstanding success in many ways. I was there well ahead of time I went in the middle of January and quarantined for 10 days. Then after I got out of quarantine, they changed it to 7 days. And then so I was there, I was on staff, and I was kind of working behind the scenes, and always things are a little bit hectic. That's normal in any production. But this time, the changeability and the uncertainty, or we may call it the flexibility of the program, was something that I've never witnessed before. It was changing constantly, and not just small little changes that take place, but in some cases, major changes. But it was because of the unpredictability of the coronavirus, and with that, visas, and especially the exemption from quarantine that the heads of state required, or in some cases in the Philippines, when President Arroyo wanted to go, then they limited the number of entourage that they could go with. So when you get to that level of society, these things are, very important, and it just makes travel a lot more difficult because, already you're going there. So anyway, things like that, and the unpredictability and the changeability. But at the same time, I would like to say that it has been the most successful program we have ever done. We absolutely became a world level summit this time, to the degree was never before. It was there before, but this time it was just exceptional. Having Prime Minister Hun Sen there as a current prime minister, and having the former President Sirisena, Maithripala Sirisena from Sri Lanka, who was there. These were the only two heads of state. I wish Arroyo would have gone, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. I wish she would have gone. I wish we could have convinced her a little bit more, but it didn't work out. Anyway, we had two. And interestingly, when Mother was in Japan speaking there, I think in 2019, then Mother announced Asia Pacific Union, which is not just a block of nations that are centered on economics or politics, or some ideology or religion or something like that, but it's really centered on the importance when we have the commonality of family. When you think about it, family was the original ideal of creation. And in order to prevent the fall, if Adam and Eve had made a God-centered was the way to prevent the fall. Family has been the course of restoration through the Jewish history. Jesus, as we know, should have been married and promised to come again, which is, of course, the marriage supper of the Lamb. So actually, the centrality of family in the Bible, when you put on the glasses of principle, becomes so clear. This is the whole focus of everything that we do. And in Cheonbo, it's the same thing. We are trying to build families in local communities. This is the central point of God's purpose of creation, God's providence of restoration. This is the way to stop and prevent so much social chaos and problems. So what we are doing in this Cheonbo initiative is all of these together. It's the ideal of creation. It's the course of restoration. It's the fulfillment of the ideal of creation. So it's really an important, very, very important and very central component. If I was the head of a nation, then I would have a contest. And the contest would be among all religions that are in the nation. And I would say, let's have a contest, which nation promotes the family the most? And I would then support that almost as a national religion, something like that. That's how important the family is. It's so, so critical. And the Mother is building really a global family of nations right now at the global level. So Mother is doing this Cheonbo that we do on the local level. Mother is doing it on the international level. And they had very high-level representatives from America. Someone asked at the World Summit afterwards, when we had the leaders' reflections, they were talking, when Reverend Jenkins was reporting, you brought the entire Republican Party of America to Korea. How did you do that? And so this was the level of the impact and the influence that we have had. I'm reading now. Oh, I'll show you the book. I'm reading this book. It was published at the World Summit, and it's Hun Sen's Thought and Vision for Cambodia. So there must be something in this book, and I'm finding it fascinating. It was published and released at the World Summit at the time of the Sun Hak Peace Prize on the second day, February 12th. So I thought, well, there must be something in this book, and I'm amazed to look at the struggles and difficulties and the victory and the vision that he had for a nation, and how that aligns with what true parents are teaching and doing. And that's the reason why I believe Hun Sen and True Mother could almost immediately connect to each other and really have a connection of heart as they work together. So anyway, as this unfolds, we are living in a completely different age. And I believe even though the coronavirus is there and it's been wreaking havoc on our economies and on our schooling systems and so many other things, the Universal Peace Federation has actually accelerated and moved forward. I think no other organization to this degree has been able to have these many programs, this much success, and we've advanced so much. So it's really an opportune time. It's really a time of hope. It's a time of renewal and renewed commitment that we can have. And still we have True Mother on Earth, so we need to rededicate our commitment towards this end. So again, thank you for each of you for your support, investment, sacrifice. We look forward to President Hori coming. I think we don't know the exact date, but we are setting prayer conditions and also, been asked to make a monetary contribution so that we can support him, when he comes. And let's work together to do that. We are very lucky to have him as our regional president for the Asia Pacific too. So thank you again. I look forward to the testimonies. I may have to leave early to prepare to go to the airport. So please allow me that exit if I may. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our Honorable Cheonbo Dr. Robert Esquitel, our Chuniwon President in Asia Pacific. Truly, we are so proud of the works of our UPF for the entire movement. Really, you did a very good job. We can see how much True Mother is very happy with that result of our leaders, not only for America, but of course from all over the world. So kudos to all our UPF staff, our leaders, and brothers and sisters also.
One other thing, Jaime, I talked with Kathy Rigney yesterday. They had 9 current heads of state willing to come to Korea, but couldn't get visas, couldn't get quarantine waiver, and I think 14 former heads of state. So it was really, but what happened is working through all of these difficulties, even though they couldn't go, you're still contacting them daily almost. This news, this news, this news. So what happened was the relationship between our leaders and those kind of former or current heads of state actually grew closer and closer together. So even in the midst of, what appears to be a disaster, when we look at it in terms of artistic development, it actually was a great success. So yeah, we are lucky, but really we're moving forward in a major way. Thank you again. Sorry to interrupt you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much again, our Dr. Robert Pisquito. Yeah, we can really see if maybe not because of this COVID, and maybe we can see the unprecedented. No, it's maybe in the first time in the history that we can gather all these all prominent leaders, head of states during that summit. In a way, look forward that next year maybe we can have more of our head of states gathered again for the next summit meeting. So again, let us give our virtual clap to our Chuniwon President, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Esquito. So please extend our regards to Tita. Welcome home. Welcome back to the Philippines. Yeah. So with that, then we would like also to invite our Vice President, Reverend Dr. Julius Maligdem, also to share his words and opening remarks to share with us more about the current events in not only in the Philippines but also for Asia. Let's welcome our Reverend Dr. Julius Maligdem.
Thank you very much, Kuya Jimmy, Ate Shirley, Dr. Kittle. Welcome back, and yeah, we're looking forward also for Mrs. Kittle's safe arrival here back in the Philippines. And again, pleasant evening to all my dear brothers and sisters, all our leaders, Cheonbo, our national leader, Vice President Ronnie. Hopefully, President Hori can also join us later on. So today is another very special time, especially for many of our blessed families in Cheonbo. This is the providence that will continue to move forward, especially supporting this time all the internal conditions that true parents, our true mother is preparing. You know, the victory or the miracle, we could say, of the World Summit, as mentioned by Dr. Kittle, it's, you know, the result is unthinkable, especially with all the challenges, all the heavenly chaos going on everywhere. Even, you know, the program, for example, was changed like the day before the start of the summit. You know, the overall structure of the program changed, you know, and then so many other things. And that's why, because of that condition of still, in spite of all of those challenges, shall we say, and external, you know, pressures, the unity with True Mother still prevailed. So that's why somehow, because of that condition, then heaven can claim back something. So at least we could still have a very, you know, impactful World Summit, even almost like maybe 95% is virtual, but the impact is still the same. Now, especially with the involvement of so many world leaders, particularly from America, and of course the ownership of Prime Minister Hun Sen. So that itself is actually very powerful. In fact, somebody called it heavenly Big Bang. You know, like everything is in chaos, and then but after that Big Bang, and then everything just came like perfectly, and then settled down perfectly. After everything has settled down, and then still we can see victory, right? So that's why still when we think of what took place during the World Summit, like wow, all of these things could happen. Uh, like everything came into order and concluded very well. You know, when True Mother started to deliver her speech, and especially when you notice the grand entrance of True Mother after all the world leaders entered. And then after that, the last one to enter was True Mother. Actually, that is also very symbolic and very significant, especially since this is talking about heavenly unified Korea, and then that influence that our True Mother have. Because when we talk about heavenly unified Korea, it's the unity of North and South centering on true parents. If we remove two parents in that equation, then that is not the unification that we are praying for. So that is why, you know, when True Mother started to deliver her speech and then declaring again in front of all the world leaders about the concept, you know, of heavenly parent, about the concept of, you know, the true parents, declaration of being true parents, that they came to this world as true parents, as the only begotten son and only begotten daughter. You know, this is of course, many of those VIPs, I heard that it's like first time for them to hear this kind of speech and declaration of true mother. And there was no resistance. So that means, so it's like, because of all of those difficulties, it became some kind of a condition for us to claim victory in the end. Because it's always like that, right? There's always battle and some kind of test of faith. And then after we overcome, and then we go over that test of faith, then we can claim victory. So I think that is what happened in the World Summit. That's why, as mentioned by Dr. Kito, that the result was amazing. Like, we could not gain this kind of result in the past. That even in a virtual summit, still there we could claim that kind of victory. And then in that speech of True Mother, Mother was talking about daffodils, right? And then she mentioned that why this daffodils looks like very, very gentle and very weak, but these are the ones which penetrate the frozen, winter. And then Mother said her feeling is the same as true parents. This is like the way to comfort the heart of Heavenly Parent that has been frozen for many years, because of no foundation, no true parents, and then finally the emergence of true parents. And all of the things that true parents have gone through, that became some kind of a condition. Mother said in that speech, this became the condition for the emergence of righteous people like you. So Mother was talking to all the world leaders who were there, all these famous world leaders supporting True Mother this time. And then, so that means this did not happen just suddenly. No, this is part of, all the indemnity conditions accumulated and then offered nonstop by our true parents, even until this time by our true mother. So that's why we cannot harvest without all those investments that has been offered in the past. So all the hard work, the life and death situation of true parents, of true father, entering Korea, for example, North Korea in 30 years ago. So all these kinds of conditions now, it's like coming into fruition, like harvest time. And as mentioned also in the Bible, like in Book of Matthew, like the light or the city that it's on the hill, you cannot hide it anymore. So that kind of situation we now have. No, the world knows already, and Mother does not see anymore. Oh, shall I proclaim in front of the world? Shall I proclaim in front of these world leaders? It doesn't matter anymore. Cannot be hidden anymore. So we are living in that time. So that's why, brothers and sisters, when we think of this victory, let's also think of smaller victories. If you still remember the message of True Mother during the birthday celebration, Holy Birthday celebration of True Parents, I shared this in our Anshiil service, that when True Mother told us to become magnets for true parents, actually there is the only way for us to become magnets is our alignment and unity with true parents. We can never become magnets without alignment and unity with true parents. Even I explained during that time, that for a metal to become a magnet, there should be order, there should be common direction, there should be alignment. So if this material they have their own direction, each has their own direction, chaos, no order, it can never become magnetic. It can never become a magnet. So that's why being magnets starts with us being one with true parents. And then that's why True Mother mentioned also about that. We have to declare and reveal our identity and unite with true parents. And then after that, Mother said, and then become magnets. So that is the main condition for us to become magnets. That means we become, even though like small magnets representing true parents, but still all together, we can do something. So there's many blessings in disguise because of this World Summit. Because President Arroyo, for example, could not go to Korea. So we have a chance to meet her and even in her house. And then we had discussion with her, even ate together with lunch with her. Now, if she just went directly to Korea, maybe we didn't have the chance to develop that closer relationship with President Gloria Arroyo. That's why, as mentioned by Dr. Kito, even though looks like not so many could go to Korea, but the development of that, that artistic relationship was monumental. Like, because we are reaching out to many world leaders, and then even though they could not go, but the foundation already has been built because of that. So let's continue to support. Very soon there will be election in Korea this coming March. So mothers continuously offering conditions for bringing substantial victory in this election. That the next president can support the vision of our true parents. So I think very soon also we will be having another prayer rally. So we look forward for that. And then at the same time, we look forward for the coming of President Hori here in the Philippines. So all our Cheonbo families, please unite together, and then let's have the common heart of attendance to our true parents representative also coming after almost 2 years, right? Cannot come to Philippines, and then now already have this chance to come. So let's all be involved with the condition, and at the same time, even though maybe you could not meet him directly, but at least that heart to welcome as a nation is very important. So thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much to our Vice President of our Asia Pacific 2, Reverend Dr. Julius Maligdem, for that very encouraging message again to begin our meeting today. So as he had mentioned, our headquarters is now preparing to welcome our President Masaichi Huri. So that's why we would like to encourage everyone, as our national leaders sent to us the love letter, informing everyone that let's support coming financially, spiritually, through our conditions, so that somehow this is showing our attendance to our Asia Pacific regional president. Very soon is going to meet not only in Manila, that probably will go around the country to see everyone, because he really wanted to see all our brothers and sisters. So this evening, again, we're very interesting night that two of our Cheonbo families are going to share with their best practices and testimonies on the accomplishment of their PM and being as a Cheonbo couples. But before that, let's watch first the compilation of the report coming from our HTM department locally. And also with all your hard works, even though we are not in the Philippines, but some of you are working directly with your coordinators so that we can continuously do our follow-up in education. So let's watch this short report on our HTM from our HTM department. So let's have the video. Okay, thank you so much for that short report again coming from all our HTM Cheonbo families who are really working very hard to do some activities and programs for the tribe in spite of this very challenging time. Thank you for your hard work. Again, so let us give also our virtual clap to all our Cheonbo families for that great effort. So for this evening, I think we are all set. We're ready to hear again some of the best practices and testimonies coming from our Cheonbo families who have accomplished the 430 couples. So even though we have already done our part, like some of us have reported our best practices, but in support also with all our blessed families who are also encouraged, especially those who are challenging to become challengers to become our Cheonbo family. So let's encourage one another through this platform so that we can learn and also we can share these best practices to all our brothers and sisters. So to the first family is going to give their testimony for this evening and for the best practices is no other than our HTM Cheonbo couple family from Bicol region. So let's welcome our Honorable Virgilio and Ma'am Marilyn Tampiok from Bicol region to first give their testimony and best practices of their accomplishment of being as a Cheonbo family. So let's welcome them with a big virtual clap.
Okay, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Kittel, Reverend and Mrs. Masaichi Hori, Dr. and Mrs. Jaime Vergara, Dr. and Mrs. Julius Malikdem, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, all Cheonbo couples, blessed members, a pleasant evening.
I am Mr. Virgilio Tampio.
And I am Mrs. Marlene Tampio.
We belong to the 400 million blessing couple in the year 2000 as PMC and inaugurated as a Cheonbo couple last
Pindot
October
ka kasi ng pindot.
2021.
Tonight, I'm going to present to you the journey of our Heavenly Tribal Messiah mission as we are inaugurated as one of the Cheonbo couple last October 2021. Let me introduce my family. My eldest child, who is my only daughter, recently graduated from her PhD, is a master teacher of the Department of Education. She just received the Most Outstanding Teacher Award in the Department of Education, Province of Camarines Sur. And she has been contributing much in the liberation and blessing of our ancestors and in our HTM works. The second child is our first son, who is working at the Department of Agrarian Reform. He is currently preparing for his bar exam. It was easy for us to link with the Heavenly Tribe Messiah blessed families since he has been working with the families as they are Department of Agrarian Reform beneficiaries. He organized gift giving with his classmates at the school children who are also children of our HTM tribe. And just like Joanne, she has been supporting financially to the liberation and blessing of our ancestors and in our HTM works. Our third child, our second son, is a former OFW in Japan who contributed a huge portion for the liberation blessing of ancestors and for the improvement of our house so that our VIPs could recognize spiritual and material development in our family as we model and convey heaven's blessing to our community. After his contract in Japan, he is now an employee of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Our fourth child is our third son, is a junior officer at the Philippine Coast Guard headquarters in Manila. He has helped in financing also our HTM activities and serve as our driver to our missionary works and HTM works when he is on vacation. Our fifth child, a son, and our best blessed child is a college student at this time. The four of them, Joanne, Jay, King, and Bon, are preparing for their matching. I am proud to say that all of my five children have been supporting financially and are always ready to give support as a lecturer, as a driver, as a support staff, or as member of the technical working group during our mission.
Our pioneering highlights the PTARP Orientation Seminar for University Professors and Instructors at Partido State University in 2000 with Dr. Kachala and Dr. Sena. We also hosted Peace Leadership Conferences and Family Blessing in Lawak, Pangasinan, and Peace Leadership Conference for Philippine Army and Department of Education teachers from 2011 to 2012 here at Partido District, Province of Camarines Sur.
We started our Ancestors Liberation in November 2005 at Tanay Rizal. My husband, Virgilio Tampio, offered the wish paper to Day Monin. The photo of our family in the Holy Ground last 2005 during the liberation of our ancestors. After 16 years, we were able to welcome our 430 generation of blessed ancestors. It took us a while due to financial constraints. After welcoming the blessed ancestors, I dreamed of walking up the mountain with beauteous scenery. In my journey, I was greeted by people in white clothing. That was at Mount Isarog, a place where my dreams are coming true. As true parents declared that people will be coming to us. Last April 17, 2021, during the 18th birthday of my blessed child, we were invited to have the UPF orientation for indigenous people or IPs to 22 Tabangnon chieftains and indigenous people mandatory representatives of the municipalities of Coa and Tigaon, province of Camarines Sur. That day is the start of the realization of my dream. As we continued our mission, we have the support of the family of our regional leader and provincial leader. So in the picture, you can see there our regional director, Pastor Glo, and her husband, Pastor Rayland, with their children, Sander and Junice. And we have there also our provincial leader, Honorable Ariel Villaferte, with his daughter, Kix. We had a support of our UPF Regional Director, Honorable Alex Basabe, UPF Regional Staffs, and 2020 Cheonbo Couple, Honorable Estolonio. And also, a support of our HTM coordinators, Sister Nina Yang, and guest speaker, Sir Nelson Bilano. We had HTM blessing activities for 5 barangays surrounding Mount Isarog. First, at Barangay Halawi-Gogon, Gawa Camarines Sur with 3 couples. Second, at Barangay Katagbakan from April to June 2021 at the 3 different venues. Then, at Barangay Buyo with 27 couples. Fourth, at Barangay Aroro with 160 couples. Finally, after 7 months of HTM Blessing activities, we completed our 430 couples at Barangay Digdigon, Gawa, Camarines Sur. Our blessed families had indemnity stick and a 3-day ceremony orientation for those couples who succeeded in their 40-day separation period. After the completion of our 430 couple blessing, we gave back by supporting the HTM mission of the 3 Cheonbo applicants at Barangay Payatan, Gawa, Camarines Sur. Then, at Barangay Tabgon, Gawa, Camarines Sur. And at Barangay Kabalinadan, Tigaon, Camarines Sur. Our strategy for sustainability are: first, we had weekend home visitation. Then, Christmas party and gift giving. Then, sharing of testimony, wherein one of the blessed wife is expecting a blessed child. And a newly blessed couple are grateful for their peaceful home. Then, we had also the distribution of rice and hygiene kit. Our best strategy for sustainability is through Pure Love education for IP's youth and children of blessed IP members. Another is No Teen Pregnancy campaign for IP's girls. Also, Pure Love education for Sangguniang Kabataan. Our HTM Blessed Family Youth also participated in the Rally of Hope. We had also community involvements for senior citizens and Holy One ceremony. For our HTM tribe who went to the spiritual worlds, we hold Sumwa ceremony. First, to Mr. Ludovico Cano Brondo. Then, to Mr. Leon R. Arsuan Jr. and to Mr. Barbe Pagador. Our HTM tribe members are also participating in the evening devotion and in the virtual HJLT. We are strengthening our linkaging with government offices through attendance in municipal action team meeting, linkaging with local government units, and through distributing through parents' memoir. We also had a linkaging with National Commission on Indigenous People or NCIP. We started that with a UPF orientation with chieftains and IPMR last April 17, 2021. Then, an interagency visitation to Ancestral Domain last December 14, 2021, and a meeting with NICP Assistant Regional Director for MOA Drafting last January 5, 2022. To complete our report, I would like to share this true parents' word. The best way to remove fallen nature is to serve millions of people as your Abels. If you sow the seeds of sincere dedication with all your efforts, they will come to bear fruit.
Thank you so much for listening. Good evening. Maray na bangki. Asin, maayong gabi sa atong tanan.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Maraming salamat po to our Honorable Virgilio and Marilyn Tampio for that very wonderful and very interesting report, your testimony on how you have accomplished your HTM mission there in Bicol region. So congratulations and more power for your HTM mission. So let's give them our virtual applause as we appreciate for the hard works of the family, our Honorable Virgilio and Marilyn Tampio. Thank you so much for that great testimonies and report of your HTM mission. So with that, let's proceed to the second Cheonbo families who are going to give also their testimonies and best practices. So they are other than our Honorable Engineer Cheonbo, Honorable Engineer Ariel and Rona Rialin. So they are our National Education Department head. So without further ado, let us welcome them with our virtual clap.
Good evening to our Cheonbo Chairman, Dr. Robert and Mrs. Kittel. Good evening to our Asia Pacific 2 President, Reverend Masaichi Hori. To our Asia Pacific 2 Vice Presidents, Reverend Julius Malikden and Reverend Ronnie Sudusta. Good evening. And our HTM Asia Director, Reverend Jaime Vergara and Shelley Vergara. And to our Reverend Leo Angelo Halog, our National Leader, good evening. Leaders, Cheonbo couples, blessed families, brothers and sisters, good evening. We will be presenting our testimony as a Cheonbo couple. Good evening, Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Good evening, dear leaders, brothers and sisters. We would like to present to you our testimony as a Cheonbo couple. Our journey as a Cheonbo couple. An autobiography and testimony of Ariel and Rona Rialin. My name is Ariel E. Rialin. I was born in November 3, 1972, and my spiritual birthday is December 11, 1990. My wife's name is Rona Ponsalan Rialin. She was born March 11, 1973, and her spiritual birthday is July 9, 1995. We are part of the 360,000 couples blessed in August 25, 1995. We have 7 blessed children. Mission history beginning 1989. I met the movement when I was 17 years old at the Mapua Institute of Technology, my alma mater, through Wonwado training, martial arts. My spiritual father is Mr. Robert Marceliana, blessed to Miss Noriko Marceliana, as part of the 30,000 couples blessing, and my wife's spiritual mother is Mrs. Rosella Duga Cadile, as part of the 360,000 couples blessing. I attended 4-day seminar in Antipolo in December 27 to 30, and then I joined CARP and did fundraising every after class and summer MFT, and also joined as staff in the seminars led by our Intermodal Regional Leader, Mr. James Palanada, and our lecturer, Mr. Edward Prangan. And we did witnessing to, I invited my classmate Nelson Reyes and became my spiritual son, and we graduated after 4.5 years in college as BS Electrical Engineering at Mapua Institute of Technology. Then I became a full-time missionary. I became a lecturer at a 4-day DP seminar attended by my parents and my younger brother at UM Baguio Center, Baguio City. And then I joined 21-day International DP Seminar, and I was transferred to Top Center in 1995 with my regional leader, Mr. Isaias Valentino. And I joined the matching and received the blessing in 1995. I was much to Roda Ponsara, my wife, and we were blessed in 1995, August 25. She attended in Iloilo while I attended in Manila City. I joined MFT during the 1995 to 1996 in different areas of the Philippines from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Then I attended 40-day Divine Principle Leadership Seminar. After that, I again joined MFT to Mindanao and to Palawan, and I joined mobilization for the 3.6 million couples. I was transferred to a new center with the new leader, Ms. Sheila Tagpis, into a regional leader. And we conducted house-to-house blessing in Pasay City, in Tupang Antipolo, Rizal, and in Tondo, Manila. We saturated entire Tondo, Manila, and also later elder Japanese missionaries were sent by True Father to support our mobilization. During that time, rain or shine would go out, and sometimes our holy wine would be mixed with rain. And in July 15, 1997, my team was awarded Diamond Tribal Messiah by Reverend Yang, other National Messiah, and Dr. Michael Sablanyo, and Philippines National Leader. Then we received this award as having fulfilled 160 blessed families. In 1998, I joined MFT again, and even I was sent to Hong Kong 3 times, did fundraising there. And then in 1999, I became a home member, worked as an electrical engineer at LM Power Engineering, and this is my couple's picture. In 2001, I came back as full-time member, first as MFT and Top Center lecturer. MFT led by Top Center Regional Leader Arnel Rabino, and then later I volunteered as lecturer and witnesser in the center, and I gained a lot of spiritual children. Then I was sent to Singapore, Malaysia to do fundraising. Then we conducted a lot of seminars and activities to raise members. In 2003, we started family and I became Top Center leader. We had our legal wedding at HQ, officiated by Reverend Attorney Celso Talaba, former UTS Asia president. And we continue our mission of witnessing and raising members to martial arts service activities. And also, I took my members to Isabela, to my parents' hometown, and did a lot of seminars to educate members and friendship meet martial arts training to raise more members. And I was transferred to Santa Mesa Center as regional leader. I received this mission in 2005. And this is the picture of our Santa Mesa Regional Center with our mobile van 24-hour food stand as our family business. Our first time to attend Ancestor Liberation Blessing in the Philippines in November 2005. And in December 2005, two parents visited the Philippines. And this is a picture of our members in Santa Mesa. And we attended Dundoke with two parents together with my parents. This is our center in Santa Mesa 1, 2006. We have average of 70 students full-time at that time. We have 2 centers. And whenever we eat, there's like a feast because we are too many. Then we conduct a lot of activities, especially self-help scholarship mobilization to witness to more scholars to 1 day and 21-day leadership workshops every summer, and service activities is our main project. This is our Santa Mesa Center in 2008 with our spiritual children and grandchildren. And our spiritual children, grandchildren who did fundraising in LTP Mission in USA, my physical brother, Kuya Ray, Gilbert, Nono, and Christy, and Paula, Kathy, Rose, Michelle, Jen, Errol, Melbourne, Jennifer, and my spiritual daughter later would join Carol, Melbourne, Marjun, Ashley, and Banji. And in 2009, I was appointed as Southern Luzon Executive Director and Cavite Leader. This is Southern Luzon, this is Cavite. We conducted several activities, notably the Shimdung Revolution System Workshop led by Reverend Jaime Vergara and Mrs. Shirley Vergara, the then FWP President in Southern Luzon, with in Bicol also with Cirilo Lim as Regional Leader. Then in 2010, I was recalled back to Manila by our national leader, Reverend Rolando Junbaswil, our national leader of FWPUH, national leader, to become the new regional leader of FWPU Manila. This is our center. Manila City is special to me because it is the capital city of the nation, and its map is shaped like a heart, meaning the heart of the nation. We began to revive the members of CARP. Then later in 2011, I was appointed as NCR Executive Director. After our former national leader passed on to the spirit world, we conducted UPF Peace Leadership Conference in 16 cities in NCR. This is a picture in Manila Peace Leadership Conference. And our CARP was awarded as one of the 10 outstanding student organizations of UP, the largest university in the Philippines, by the president of the university. And in 2012, IPBF mobilization began. First, I joined 120-day special education workshop for Asian leaders with Reverend Umberto Angelucci. And as part of our seminar, we have 1 month mobilization in Sultan Kudarat. Our team is, our area is Lambayon, and we conducted several half-day seminars there. Even we went to the place of 500 gunmen. And later we became victorious, and Lambayon team, my team brought thousands of couples to the venue to fill up 12,000 Sultan Kudarat, Jimmy Sulan, Sultan Kudarat. Then this is our graduation photo with Dr. Yong for the 120-day workshop. Then we mobilized for the 1,200 couples blessing Tacloban. Then we also mobilized for the 3,000 couples blessing in Dumaguete City. Then we mobilized in Manila for the 13,000 couples blessing in Araneta Coliseum, Quezon City. And mission history from 2013 up to the present. 2013 is the year we started tribal mission or Messiah mission officially. First, we received the Holy Wine for the Cheonbo Foundation Day and blessing from True Mother. And also our Continental Director blessed our center and our tribal Messiah mission. Then we begin to invite couples whenever there is IPBF blessing ceremonies in HQ. And also conducted service activities such as giving toys and fused clothes to our tribe, and witnessing and DP education activities to raise single core members as part of our 430 couples. We conducted 4-day DP seminar adventure workshop. This is our reunion of top center members with our spiritual children, grandchildren at Silentino Resort, Bulacan. We conducted 7-day seminar in Laguna, and we had welcome party for our new family tribe members. And later, I solicited money from my batchmates in Intermodal Center before were working abroad, and we purchased Mitsubishi L300 for our service for mobilization and MFT, as well as going to far places, seminar like Baguio City. We conducted 7-day seminar every summer, and also like we did adventure workshops, and we had dedication ceremony of our new FW Manila Center in Santa Ana, Manila City. And we conducted also martial arts training there, and we had our sari-sari store beside the center for our family business. I joined the 40-day Asian Top 10 workshop in September 1 to October 10, 2015, and we had special gathering with True Mother, and I was the one behind our True Mother at the right side of True Mother. And in October 2015, we conducted 7-day DP seminar. And these are pictures with Reverend Julius Malitum, our national leader, with center members, spiritual children and grandchildren, and also our Manila Center members and HTM tribe members as our spiritual children. Then we also continuously conduct 7-day seminar workshop at Baguio Center every summer. And we had several batches. In 2017, we have batch 1, batch 2, and batch 3. And also, we have second reunion of top center members and our spiritual children at a resort in Bulacan, and also had a general assembly of members in Laguna, our spiritual children, and had tree planting with them, service activities, and also 7-day seminar in sem break of 2017, second batch with Mr. Gilbert Rosales, Pasay Regional Leader, and also following year, summer 7-day leadership seminar with Mr. John Robert Gregorio, Mandaluyong Center leader at that time, and we joined the IPBF mobilization, 10,000 couples, IPBF Pinale Center, our areas as San Isidro, Antipolo City, and Tondo, Manila City. Then we conducted also gift giving of canned goods and rice, and seminar on divine principle and true fathers course to our tribe, and invited more couples to the Interfaith Peace Blessing Memorial Tour, Word of Hope in Quezon City in April of 2014, and in 2014 April 23 we were awarded as we were one of the recipients of CIG Award from True Mother, received to our national leader, and we, our Manila Center members and HTM tribe coordinators brought 1,000 plus Manila women to Mother's Heart Network in Cuneta, Asudong, Pasay City. Then we invited hundreds of our tribe members and hundreds of families in Manila to the IPBF Marikina Sports Complex with Elder Sister Sanjinim and Elder Brother Insuknim in Marikina City, and together with the parents of our members and my mother and my brother and sisters-in-law. This is the biggest interfaith peace blessing held in the Philippines. And this lecture by Professor Joseph Naparta to our building presidents in our barangay. And the first Interfaith Peace Blessing Festival for our tribe was appreciated by Reverend Jaime Vergara and Mrs. Shirley Vergara. And then we had a second Interfaith Blessing Festival in 2016, where our couple became the officiator. And we conducted 3-day ceremony lectures and DP series lectures at GK Center and Tondo Satellite Center. We also invited our coordinators to attend Philippine HTM Leader School Eco Seminar. Also invited couples whenever there is lecture in IPF. Blessing ceremony conducted by Pastor Ernesto Ilano and his wife at HQ. And we conducted a Christmas party and gift giving to our tribe to the support of my classmate who is not a member. And there was an IAP victory party at Manila Hotel that time. We also invited them, and also to a 1-day seminar of Divine Principle and 2-day HTM National Assembly in Quezon City in HQ, and also HTM Leader School in Laguna for 2 days. We also invited them to HTM Blessed Family Christmas Party at HQ, and we conducted home group beginning in 2017 in our tribe, and continuously weekly Hundok gathering of home group in our tribe in 2018 and 2019. And also they attended True Parents Birthday celebration with our tribe coordinators, with Engineer Joe De La Cruz, our spiritual great grandfather, and we invited them to our center. This is a picture of our HTM coordinators, and a seminar on Myeojong Chongpyeong Philippines special event by Reverend Jaime Vergara, and we conducted food feeding and gift giving activity to our tribe, again with the support of my classmate and her friends abroad. So it's like a feast, and our tribe was so happy at that time, and we invited them to Ancestral Liberation Blessing in Antipolo City, and we continuously had a home group activity in 2019, and also celebrated the birthdays of our tribe coordinators. And we conducted witnessing and educational VIPs as well, inviting barangay leaders to the Barangay Peace Leadership Conference, and there they received the blessing. Some of them had 3-day ceremony also, and Dr. Dionisio Magpantay, Dean of Universidad de Manila, attended Asian Leadership Conference, and together with his wife, received the blessing. And we gave True Father's autobiography book, and had a lecture on 3-day ceremony by Mrs. May Sato, and also 3 days Divine Principle Series Seminar with Professor Joseph Navarta as main lecturer at HQ, and follow-up activities such as Pure Lab seminars, and every weekend Tongimudo training. In 2019, we supported the completion of the 430 couples of Japanese partners, Arakawa tribe and Hayashi tribe in Tondo, and other venues to complete their 430 couples. And also we supported the 430 couples of Kinichi Misuta tribe in different venues such as Santa Cruz, Quiapo, and also San Nicolas del Pan Sports Complex. And we follow up to family development session and 3-day ceremony lectures. And then in 2020, I was assigned as National Education Department Director. Our Reverend Angelo visit at Manila Center. And we're now staying at HJNTC. And this is a picture of our gift giving of relief goods of HTM tribe members. And also we gave workbooks of the tribe coordinators in Manila City, and had giving a Philip goods from Cheonbo to tribe members. And recently we had Undokia meeting and Christmas reunion with tribe members in Tondo, Manila. Spiritual children, grandchildren, and HTM tribe members. Here are our spiritual children and grandchildren who are already Cheonbo couples. Brother Nelson and Sister Reggie Reyes, Brother Rahim and Sister Christine Rushahi, Brother John Robert and Catherine Gregorio, Reverend Binod and Michelle Paudel. Reverend Binod is the national leader for Turkey. Spiritual children and grandchildren who are already blessed families. Cirilo and Wilayrat Lim in Thailand, Gilbert and Wanlin Rosales, Errol and Juby Del Monte, Reynaldo and Mina Rialin, Kiyok and Elisa Park in Korea, Hakbong and Jasmine Choi in Korea, Meganat and Rose Paudel in Nepal, Nertil and Jennifer Roxali. Brother Nertil is an Albanian. Ramel and Jenilyn Hangor, Carlo Nino and Manlin Bertolo, regional leader in Iloilo, Carlo Nino. Marjun and Wendy Gonzalez in America, Pedro and Banji Perez in America, Eric and Rose Rogelio, Stewart and Jenny Kima, Richard and May ID, Joven and Bim Kumari in Nepali, Romel and Judy Lee, Michael and Lady, Vince and Margie, Ravi and Jenna, Rolando and Harleen, John Paul and Waralak, Thailand. Mailing HTM tribe blessed members who have finished 3-day ceremony. Our HTM tribe members who conducted 3-day ceremony at Manila Center. Our HTM tribe members who conducted 3-day ceremony in their own homes. Some don't have pictures on their 3-day ceremony. Our HTM tribe in the barangay has already 10 second generation blessed children, and among them are twins, baby twins, boy and girl. True Father said, "The fact is that I have declared you as tribal messiahs. This means that when you fulfill your responsibilities on behalf of me, the spirit world will support you." So this is a message from True Father, from Chen Song-gyong. Last year, due to financial difficulties, we hesitate to continue to apply for the Cheonbo Victor application. But then last year, in the first week of July, I dreamt of True Parents. In my dream, I tried to approach True Parents, and when I approached True Parents, I wish to take the hand of True Father and put it on my forehead. This is a Filipino tradition to pay respect, or it is a sign of respect or a request to receive blessing. And then when I approached True Parents, I offered half bow to True Parents, and suddenly True Father extended his hand on my and reached my forehead like this, and then I wasn't able to catch the hand of True Father before it touched my forehead. So in my heart, in my dream, I wish that True Father would extend his hand again, and to my surprise, True Father extended his hand a second time, and this time I was able to catch the hand of True Father with my right hand and place it on my forehead. And so I was so happy, and I was deeply grateful at that time. So when I woke up, I talked to my wife and told her that we should determine to really fulfill our responsibilities and to become a Cheonbo couple. And later, some of our elder brothers and sisters supported us for the blessing of our ancestors, for the completion of our blessing of our ancestors, 430 generations. We are deeply grateful to God and to parents and the good spiritual world, and to our brothers and sisters. And in October 2021, we joined the Cheonbo registration blessing ceremony, and the following week, we attended the induction of Cheonbo couples for the year 2021. This is our family. Our eldest son is Yunsan at 18 years old, and Behanbi already 14 years old. Shinbi, 12 years old. Maika, 10 years old. Ethan Suman, 8 years old. And we have twins, boy and girl, Chonil Jasper and Chonil Jewel, both 5 years old. And kamsahamnida, Hanul Pumunim, Cham Pumunim, Sarangamnida. Ogman say to the true parents of heaven and earth and humankind. Thank you very much, leaders, brothers and sisters. God bless us all.
Thank you so much to our
Very much po.
Engineer Ariel and Rona for that very detailed history of your church mission, your Cheonbo path towards this present time, and also a very fruitful family. So let's give our congratulations and appreciation to the couple, our Cheonbo family, Engineer Ariel and Rona Rielin, for that very wonderful presentation for this evening. Thank you so much. So we're very happy to be, you can be witnessed by our Heavenly Parent to be one of the pillars also for our education department. Thank you so much again, Ariel and Rona, for that wonderful report. Now, at this point, we would like to ask one of our Cheonbo challenger, because this is also one way on how we have to encourage and challenge our other blessed families to become Cheonbo families as well. So at this point, we would like to welcome our Lucena Center leader, our brother, Mr. Roel Galit. So he's not Galit, but he is very happy person, very cheerful, very good in singing. So let's welcome him for his reflection. Let's welcome our brother Roel for his reflection.
Wow, thank you so
Roel?
much po. Hello po, natawa naman po ako doon sa ano. So, very nice introduction po. Thank you so much. Good evening, Heavenly Parent and true parents, leaders, elders, Cheonbo couples, blessed families, brothers and sisters. A pleasant evening to everyone. So it's my honor to really share my realizations, reflections in front of you. Wow. Yeah, po ng mga ating HDM Cheonbo couples. So for this moment po, I would like to share my realizations, reflections about the given testimonies of HTM Cheonbo couples, Honorable Ariel and Rona Realin, and Honorable Virgilio and Marilyn Tampiok. Thanks for your dedication and experiences that can give me an inspiration po talaga to really move forward to whatever missions or responsibility that I have here in Lucena. I salute po talaga, I respect and love my elders, especially those who became Cheonbo. To be honest, I wanted to be like you. Don't worry, I will do my best to fulfill my mission here. One thing I realize is whatever missions or responsibility that we have, we really need to understand and know the purpose of it. So I would like to share before I go here in Lucena, I'm just doing my mission po doon sa NLTP, National Leadership Training Program, and then suddenly Sir Francis approached me, okay, Roel, you need to do pioneering there in Lucena. And then that moment, I have this kind of doubts. I don't really want to go here. I don't want to do my mission here because I love doing my mission po sa NLTP because I can support many brothers and sisters, especially our younger brothers and sisters. And then the days goes by, and then I said to Sir Franz approached me again. Hey, Roel, you need to prepare, you need to be ready, you need to go there in Lucena. Okay. So, and then I said, okay, go. And then when the time I am already here, I feel something scared because I don't have any full background about the HTM. I don't know what to do. That's why when I started to do this kind of mission, I kept on asking to those leaders, mga center leaders, especially in Region 4A. And again, I collect po yung mga ideas, their advices, guidances, and then I just apply it in here in Lucena. That's why parents, because they really protected me. They really encouraged me. They gave me the inspiration and guidance to really move forward. So yeah, being alone here in Lucena is quite really challenging. And then I'm really having this kind of 12 tribes. I'm handling 12 tribes so actually. And then if I compare this Lucena center to other centers, because if you go out, you can meet some blessed families, but here I don't see anyone because my blessed families here is out of the country, so they are in Korea, Japan, America, and so on. So ayun, parang just like I wanted to be comforted, but I keep on as upon watching and listening to the mga so during the morning devotion, I just seen my leaders there. Then my spirit lifted high. That's why every time I go and to my mission area, I just thinking about the purpose of it. Kaya yun po yung the best realization for me. And then upon hearing and witnessing the experiences of our Cheonbo couples who shared their testimonies, I was really moved po talaga. And then yun, sabi ko sa sarili ko while listening, I really need to do my best. I really need to be like them na can really contribute more for God and true parents. That's why laban lang po talaga. And then, to other leaders talaga I had accident yung while going to the mission area po last Wednesday po ay sa meron pong one motorcycle being this kind of nag-overtake po siya and then tinamaan po ako that time and then it's a miracle kasi po I don't have any po talaga mga po talaga yung nasugatan po ako. I feel pain po dito sa legs ko and then yun. But still, I continue. And then the motor, yung driver po ng motor, and then he asked me kung okay lang po ako and then I just saw the people really shocked to what had happened and then sabi ko na lang po sa driver para wala pong scandal mga hindi po siya masyadong vulgar and sabi ko na lang po sa driver I'm okay. So but the way I walk parang pilay-pilay po talaga and then going to the area. But though na I have that kind of experiences, I keep on going and then I'm just reflecting why I have that kind of experience and then sabi ko baka po kulang pa po yung accomplishments o kulang pa yung devotion ko po talaga. And then my ancestors really striking me so hard. And then kaya yun po I need to really do more. I need to really show to God and to parents that though I don't have any manpower here in the Sena, because of your hard works po, my elders, my leaders, that's the best thing na magiging instrumento ko on how to really inspire myself and lift up my spirit to really move forward to whatever missions na meron po ako dito sa Lucena po. Kaya thank you. Thank you so much for inspiring me. Thank you so much for giving me this kind of opportunity to really grow more and strive more to really realize my value, my purpose here on earth po talaga. Kaya maraming salamat po everyone. God bless and success for everybody. Manse po.
Thank you so much to our brother Ruel. We really appreciate your hard work there in Lucena. Yeah, you really volunteered to do the pioneering, especially helping some of our Cheonbo families, even though you yourself are still challenging, but this is one way on how you have to accomplish very soon also your HTM mission there in the Lucena. So Cheonbo families, Cheonbo challengers, let's give our encouragement to our brother Ruel that he can also succeed, and also with all our Cheonbo challengers as well. So thank you so much for that reflection. So let us give him our virtual clap. Thank you so much, Kuya Ruel. Okay, so at this point, we would like to also invite our Vice President of Asia Pacific 2 and also our President of IAYSP Asia Pacific to let's welcome our Reverend Ronnie Sulusta for his words of inspiration and his comments for the testimonies for this evening. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Yes, thank you so much po, Ninong Jimmy, for that welcome. Good evening to our most loving heavenly parents and our victorious true parents. Sorry po, I just came from our meeting in HQ about the UCC and Providential Philippine Leaders po. And then after that one, need to travel here, medyo na traffic. And right now po, I am in YLT. Sobrang, just to share po before I gave my reflection, ang daming mga great news po ang lumalabas sa atin right now. Actually, when I arrived here in YLT, our dog gave birth to 3 puppies. So I considered it as a big blessing po, that one. And some of you might have seen in Facebook po, one of the blessings that I have received was that I was chosen by the Luminary Award to receive the Asia's most outstanding leaders in the youth sector po, and about to receive this award on the 23rd of March. And I'm also taking up advocacy algorithm, trying to communicate well with the United Nations. So yun po. Alam nyo po, dear blessed families, Cheonbo victors, right now with my life, what is unfolding with the meetings today and also the past workshops I've been with the PhilJap, Filipino-Japanese, their invitational series lecture, and the other lectures, yung mga nangyayari po sa buhay ko, it's like God is telling me na do not lose hope, do not give up, especially right now po with the meetings of our top leadership with the leaders. Yung mga ginagawa po natin, it's like God is working behind on it. Lahat po ng hard work in the front line, lahat po ng mga hard work ng members, leaders, everything, God, it became like sinulid. Ganun po, that God, little by little, God, binubuo niya po yun into a beautiful cloth. I can feel we are like that right now with our life. That's why no matter how small, no matter how big our contribution in the Providence year, we can see that God accepting them all po. And because of all our hard work, True Mother can proclaim victories after victories internally in our Heavenly Parents Holy Community and externally po. I believe that if we are to unite with Heavenly Parents and with True Mother, we can bring victory internally and externally as well. Kaya yun po. So maraming salamat with that life. Next, for my realizations about the testimonies tonight, we have very unique testimonies. First testimony from Tito Virgilio and Tita Marilyn Tampiok. The big question that I have while listening from the beginning until the end is, paano po? How? What did you do? How did you raise your children, your physical children? You know, the beauty of the blessed family is when the children, they themselves, they are taking ownership over the dream of their parents. There may be first generation children, second generation leader, but what Sir Virgilio and Tita Marilyn showed to us tonight was that we can raise our children to become someone who can be responsible for the happiness and the dream of their parents. That's why, you know po, from the moment you talk to me about your first son, about your 5 children, until your Cheonbo testimony, my biggest question is, paano? I hope po we could have sessions with you that you can share how you raise your children to become someone. Not all blessed family is the same as your family. I have seen in my mission life in New Zealand, in Korea, even in other nations, They are crying because they were once a very hardworking missionaries, but their children did not inherit the heart of their parents po. And most of them choose their own partner. But what you told us tonight, your children is now preparing for matching very big victory po. That I know not just me, many blessed families who are here praying that they could done the same thing. And thank you so much for showing us once again the strength of the Bicol, Cheonbo families. We can see in Bicol there is the very good structure of, stable Cheonbo communities working with their fellow Cheonbo families, working with the government. The structure is really there. You just have to be with them. And then there's Tita Gloria and then Sir Alex Basabe and then the entire Bicol family was very supportive of the HJLTP as well. Thank you so much for showing this to us that there is actually a places in the Philippines where we can build families, Cheonbo families of a community of Cheonbo families. And you know what, when during your presentations po, what I am wishing, I hope we can have cemetery for the blessed family. I hope we can have wonjon po that, we can bury even in the spirit world, or even dun sa huling himlayan, magkakapit-bahay po tayo, that we could celebrate each other's life in the physical world and celebrate each other's life in the spirit world. Yun lang po siguro yung prayer ko and then yung hope ko with our leaders, that we could have this one, that one day we can go to that wonjon, to that cemetery, and we can have family feast festival there and sharing all the victories of our elders. Thank you so much po. And then lastly, Sir Ariel, Rialin, and Tita Rona. A while ago po, through parents, God shown us what we can achieve if all the physical family, members of the physical family unite together, centering on the hope of the parents, on the dream of the parents. Ganun po. From Sir Tito Ariel and Tita Rona, we could see what we can accomplish if we could have a very good spiritual family. Once again, paano, Sir Ariel, how did you do it? How did you raise up these spiritual children? You know what? I'm so sad because many of my spiritual children are in the fallen world right now. They did not pass the faith test. They did not pass po yung mga challenges and temptations along the. I do not know how did you do it, Kuya Ariel, but perhaps from the people who understand the electricity, they understand the spirit world as well. You are like electrical engineer, same with True Father. That is why having 4 victorious Cheonbo in your spiritual lineage and having so many blessed families in your spiritual lineage is something that you can be proud of po here in the physical world as well as in the spirit world. Kuya Ariel, how did you do it? That's the biggest question po. So, when I am listening to these 2 testimonies, God is telling us, physical family and spiritual family, if you can bring victory in your physical family, raising your children, in your spiritual family, raising your spiritual children, then that's the path of making heavenly parents and true parents happy. Philippines is so lucky po to have people like you. Not every day we can hear your testimonies. This is the first time I can hear Kuya Ariel's testimony po. And I was so moved by it. These are hidden treasures po talaga. These are gems of the Philippine providence. Something that we hope we can preserve. We can put it into the future museum here in the Philippines and let the descendants, our descendants, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, can learn from those people who live together with our true parents. Thank you so much for the inspiration, everyone. Remember, God and true parents is with us. True mothers bringing victory internally and externally. If we live a balanced life right now, we can bring victory internally and externally po. Because true mother is alive, true mother's dream is alive, our dream is alive, our vision is alive. Together po, let's make Philippines once again a very beautiful country to welcome our true mother physically here in the Philippines. Thank you so much and good evening to everyone. Happy Cheonbo night po.
Thank you so much to our Honorable Reverend Ronnie Sodusta for that very wonderful encouragement and reflection also with our Cheonbo families. Actually, this platform is not just only for us to listen, but also to hear to the best stories, because through learning and understanding one's blessed family's stories and testimony, then we can become closer to each other as a family and become more closer to our heavenly parent and our true parents. So let's have that kind of longing heart with one another through this platform. So thank you again, our Honorable Reverend Ronnie Sodusta, for that wonderful inspiration and comments for our presentation for this evening. So at this point, even though our regional president is not with us at this moment, but I know his heart is always with us. His spirit is always wanted to join, and also maybe is also preparing for his coming to Philippines. So let's continue to do our internal and external preparation to welcome our regional president anytime. We can be hearing from our national leader about the updates and the preparation also for this coming. So with this, we would like to call on our national leader, our Cheonbo Honorable Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, for his closing remarks. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Thank you very much for our kay Jimmy and Shirley. I couldn't travel anymore, so you stayed in HQ po. Thank you very much for always gathering us together with this very special meeting. I'm really grateful to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents for this very inspiring night once again for everybody. Thank you very much to Dr. Kito. He just went now to airport to pick up Tita Teresia. And also to Dr. Julius Malikda, maraming salamat po for always reminding us with the work and really the victory of our beloved True Mother. Especially a while ago, she mentioned about the great victory of our World Summit. And also our Reverend Ronnie, he was always very inspiring whenever we see him. He is really very youthful, and we really congratulate him for his award that he will be receiving next month as one of the greatest youth leader in Asia. So congratulations po, Sir Ronnie, and really thank you for your precious words. And also Brother Ruel, who shared po today. I'm really grateful to him for always he is keeping the pioneering spirit. Sila po yung mga nauna nating graduate sa IPLC, si Sir Ronnie rin. Nanggaling pa po yan sila sa Alpha before we transferred sa Tanay. Basically, those who went, mga nauna po na students natin from IPLC, really, sila talaga rin yung, of course, even the young pan po ngayon sa Tanay na, but especially those who started from Alpha, nung doon pa po yung IPLC. Talagang full pan po yan sila na missionary spirit, like si our Brother Ruel. Until this time, I don't know, more than 10 years na rin po yan sila. And then he is now pioneering sa Lucena. I'm really grateful for him. They're doing a lot of things put on. So thank you very much, Brother Ruel. I'm sure you will be the next Cheonbo. And you're going to inspire us as our very precious, honorable families today. The family of the Honorable Virgilio and Marilyn Tampiok, and then their wonderful family. Truly amazing what Sir Ronnie was sharing. I think really we are learning many things po, not only our victory, how to become Cheonbo, blessing our ancestors, and then blessing the 430 couples, but really through this platform po ngayon, through this meeting that we are doing every week, we are actually knowing more each other. Like also Kuya Ariel, we are living together, but also first time for me to know his mission life and these achievements that your families have achieved. When I listen from Sister Joanne's testimony I think few days ago in Hunduke. It was truly amazing, the heart of your wonderful children. Yun nga sabi ni Sir Ronnie, how you raise them up. I think these are very important points to share with all of us. Kasi po pag naging magulang na tayo, even how many victories we achieved, ang pinakamalaking concern po natin, how to raise up our children very well. How can they follow the footstep? And even, sabi kasi po ni True Mother, magkaroon lang daw tayo ng hope if we can raise up our children more loyal, more faithful, more determined than us. Ibig sabihin, our children, even how many accomplishments and accomplish natin as families. But if we cannot really raise up our children to become like us, to even become better than us, Mother said there's no future. Kaya seeing wonderful families now raising up their children, na lalaki na, they are all preparing for blessing, really following the footstep of their parents. This is truly amazing how much joy and happiness these families are giving to our beloved parents. This is really their hope. That's why True Mother